Also this morning,
I expect that there will be more available people to do the work, so the competition will increase. Competition is always a good thing.
The Northamptonshire Recruitment Agency says the lifting of working restrictions for people from Romania and Bulgaria could be good for the local workforce. It's 20 to 9. It's the 2nd of January 2014, and as of yesterday, people from Romania and Bulgaria can now work freely in the United Kingdom. Until yesterday, people from those countries could only work in some seasonal jobs or if they were self-employed. But the restrictions have now been lifted, and in the 2011 census, almost 1,500 people in Northamptonshire said Romanian was their main language. Mihai Ratiu is a painter and decorator who's lived in Northampton since 2006.
Most of Romanians are doing jobs there maybe English people don't want to do, working on a minimum wage as a cleaner, for example, like my wife. Don't want to sound bad, but not too many English people I know do cleaning. Most of them are either Polish or Romanians. I haven't seen a Romanian manager yet. I haven't met any of them. They're all working hard in workhouses and in jobs like probably English people don't want to take. I don't think we're taking anybody's jobs.
Well, Corby is the part of Northamptonshire that has the biggest population of people from Eastern Europe. Sam Reed's been asking people there what they think about the lifting of working restrictions.
I don't think it's right. I think the jobs should be open to people, the British people. I've struggled for work. I've struggled to get into work for 2 or 3 years, yeah.
Are you working now?
No.
And do you think immigration is part of the reason there?
Definitely, yes. Definitely.
And why do you think immigrants are getting jobs over people like you?
Maybe they're willing to work more hours for less pay.
So really, that's about the job going to the best people, is it?
Yeah, I suppose you could look at it like that, yeah.
My only pain is there's not enough jobs for local people.
And do you think immigration is having any impact on that?
Oh, big time, innit? I mean, there's no jobs. Take my sister, and people are working Saturdays for normal time, Sundays for normal time, when years ago it was time and a half and double time. Now, because they're getting cheap labour, all that stopped, and people are working on sociable hours.
No, as long as people work, I don't mind coming here, but I don't. But unfortunately, some of them are stopping the young people from getting jobs because I've got 2 teenage grandchildren and finding it difficult to get a permanent job. That's all.
And do you think immigration is the reason for that?
I really don't know, because my sister emigrated to America, so it works both ways, doesn't it?
Paul Kuznecovs is from AEP Baltic Link, a recruitment agency in Northampton. Paul is from Latvia, but he's with me in the studio now. Good morning.
Good morning and happy New Year to all of you.
And a happy New Year to you, Paul. Thank you very much indeed. What do you think the impact of the lifting of these restrictions on people from Romania and Bulgaria will be?
If to be honest with you, I don't think that there will be such an enormous impact. Just quickly looking through the papers, it looks like it's been a bit hysterical in there, isn't it?
So you think it's media hysteria, people whipping up something that's not going to happen?
Some of the tabloids, yes, definitely.
I mean, it's not just the tabloids, of course. This morning we have the Daily Telegraph and other papers as well, focusing on the fact that Keith Vaz, the chairman of the Commons Home Affairs Select Committee, former Europe Minister, was there to meet the first flight of Romanians coming into the UK yesterday. So all the newspapers are looking at this and not necessarily whipping up trouble. I mean, there was Mr. Vaz making quite some publicity out of it.
Yeah, well, it's a very significant event. Many people were waiting for that for 7 years. But I think that those who wanted to come to England, they've done it a long time ago.
They've already done so?
Oh, yeah.
What sort of jobs are people doing that come in from the Eastern European countries?
Yeah, well, my agencies, we normally work with warehouse or factory operatives, yeah. But we work with skilled people as well.
Now, I spoke earlier in the programme to the UKIP MEP Derek Clark, and he said most of the jobs that are being taken up by people from Romania and Bulgaria and elsewhere are jobs that are below a wage level that people in this country would take, because getting onto benefits would give them more money.
Oh, well, it's much bigger problem we are talking right now and here. It's not only about the immigration, it's about the benefit system as well, so I would keep them separate, yeah. But
nonetheless, are we talking about low-paid jobs particularly?
Yeah, well, I think the UK minimum wage is higher than in most of the countries in Europe. So those who are coming in here and earning a minimum wage, it's good money.
So even though they're low-paid jobs in the context of this country's economy, it's good money for people coming from elsewhere.
Yeah, and I think even for this country, minimum wage is livable.
Well, this is what Mr. Clark said about the unemployed people living here, who he says could do many of these jobs.
The current situation is, according to the paper I've got in front of me, is that the jobs on offer in this country, being notified abroad, is something like 1,300,000. At the same time, we've got just about the same number of people unemployed. We've got 1 million young people unemployed, 2.4 million people altogether unemployed in this country. So how does that balance out?
How does it balance out as far as you're concerned, Paul? Has he got a point?
Well, obviously he's got some statistical information in there, yeah, but it's not all about how much work available we've got. It's all about the work ethics workers can provide, and it's all about the competition, yeah. If there is a pool of many available workers, it's very, very healthy for the economy.
Okay, how many people do you think are going to come? Are we going to see this huge influx that has we've been warned about?
My guesstimate is that it will be more than predicted by the government in 2004, but less than came in real life.
Okay, so this year we're going to see more than we thought we might, but less than perhaps the overall panic suggests.
Yeah.
And coming to Northamptonshire in particular?
Yeah, Northampton is a very vibrant town, and it's very, very multicultural, and I believe there will be people coming to this town as well.
Right, and what are you going to be doing in terms of attracting them to come to your agency in Northampton?
Absolutely nothing. The life goes on exactly the same way as it was last year.
So they'll find you anyway, will they?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many people have you got on your books at the moment in Northamptonshire?
Around 200.
Right. And then they're doing, you say, warehousing jobs?
Normally warehouse and factory work.
Okay.
But we've got skilled people as well.
And as far as you're concerned, from your perspective, business is good, is it?
Well, it's better than in 2008, yeah.
Right, okay. So you're seeing a growth in your agency's work?
Yes, I think we are back to the pre-recession level.
Really? So that's why you got a smile on your face at the start of the new year. Paul, thanks for coming in the studio. Very good to meet you. Thank you for coming in. Paul Kuznecovs, who's from AEP Baltic Link. He's from Latvia. He's a recruitment agency in Northampton. Just before you leave us, how long have you been in this country, by the way, yourself?
I've been in here since 2001.
Right.
So I'm well integrated into this society.
And you like living in Northamptonshire?
Yeah, it's my hometown now.
Paul, thanks for coming in.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you. Thank you. And tomorrow on the programme, we'll look at the possible impact on public services and welfare that we touched on there, of the work changes for Romanians and Bulgarians looking to come to the UK. You're tuned to BBC Radio Northampton.